Most talented young stars in Hollywood today. You can see her on the big screen in her new hit movie, Never Been Kissed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Drew Barrymore. I don't want to ruin the moment, but again, this is the leftover audience from The Price is Right. So
I will be that with you guys because I love that show. I lived for that show when I was a kid. Do you notice that at the end of every single show, your pal Bob Barker says to spay and neuter your pets?
Yeah.
He's never not said that, which
I always try to flick it off before he says it. That's the thing. I'm trying to beat him. I like when they overbid and they get all upset, you know?
Yeah, no, it's so great. And like the gifts, you know, people are just so, they only want the car. You know, everything else is such a letdown.
They're greedy. Why not take the trip down to, you know,
well, that's like
Tijuana.
sort of in the showcase.
Right, isn't that?
That's like if you get to the showcase showdown.
You know why they don't take a trip? Because none of them are married. They're all single people. They have no life.
Well, I'm single and I travel, so.
Oh, well, you're a star.
No.
You know what else?
What does that have to do with it?
You know what else? Drew is a producer.
Yeah.
Of the new movie.
Yeah.
You're in it and you also produced it.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm a star. That word sounds too big.
Okay. You're a little actress that they scream for 5 minutes when you come out. That's what you do. How is it producing? What kind of producer are you? I mean, are you throwing coffee cups, or are you kind of nurturing with the actors?
Definitely nurturing with the actors. I wish if I was really quick on my feet, I'd go with the coffee cup scenario, but I would just probably end up confusing myself and everyone else. But I'm not. I like a good atmosphere. I mean, that's why I got into producing, because you're at certain times in your workplace and you just wish that it could be really pleasant, and you think, if I could take charge of my destiny and make sure and ensure that being the case, I want to do that. And so that's what inspired me to start doing it.
Is this your first movie you've produced?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's the first one from our company, too, with my partner,
You have your own company?
Yeah. My partner, Nancy Javonen, who rocks. She is, I wouldn't do this without her. I think sometimes you need a partner, you know. They motivate you, they inspire you. Like a lot of writers I know really like to work with a partner.
If you're taking a trip to Tijuana, it's good to have a partner, because you don't want to travel alone.
Oh my God, one time I went to Tijuana and...
Well, if I say something, you're running. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, one time I went to Tijuana with my friend Ellie Keats, and she and
Does she rock?
She does rock. And she rocks so hard. Right. And she calls me Parakeet. Eliquid, Parakeet? I don't know, anyway. So her and I went down there and we didn't realize that there were elections going on. So we pulled into the border and it was like an 8-hour wait to get out of the border. And so we realized that we were stuck there, but because of the elections, there was no hotel rooms. So we ended up sleeping on the floor of this hotel lobby. It was crazy.
Is this recently or like 10 years ago?
It was years and years ago. Okay, probably like 7, 8 years ago.
Because you're a big star now. Now, let me ask you this. Are you going to produce more stuff? Do you want to produce something big like a Star Wars? Because I think there are going to be like 6 more Star Wars. Would you want to do anything like that? Or you like...
Yeah, I mean, I love what, I would love the opportunity. I think I have a lot of work to do before I would ever get to that level. But, slow and steady wins the race. I'm totally into that theory. I like working hard for things. And I also think it's important to find your story. Like, my partner's always said that to me, and I really appreciate that, and I understand
Good story
that.
Makes a good movie?
Yeah, find your story. And Norman Jewison said that on the Academy Awards, and I was like, cool, I love that. It meant a lot to me to hear him say that. And so I think if your story constitutes a big budget and all that kind of stuff, then you go for it. And if not, I tend to like making movies for a little less, and it makes a more intimate atmosphere, and you make more.
Those are good instincts. That's smart.
it makes the studios happy.
Is your next project? You're not producing the Charlie's Angels.
I am actually.
You are producing it. Where's Aaron Spelling in all this? Did you just push him aside?
Charlie's Angels is so cool.
Tell them that
he's around.
Right.
He's and Leonard Goldberg, who produced it with him, is also producing it with myself and Nancy.
And they all rock, but they
do all rock.
This is, I don't know if you know this is your next project. It's a movie version of Charlie's Angels, and they've cast you as one of the angels and Cameron Diaz.
Yes, we got Cameron Diaz, who's so beautiful.
Now,
and she's so beautiful, but she's also warm and inviting, and I think beauty is more attained when you feel like the person is a good person. It's like you like them more. They become more beautiful.
Drew, you are one of the most positive people I've met. This is so refreshing. I love it.
Thank you.
The last thing I want to do is pressure you as the producer, but can I tell you, for the third angel, my choices? I have 3 choices, and I just want you to think about them.
Great. I love this.
The first one for the third angel would be the beautiful, and take a shot here of...
oh, good. Who's it going to be?
Kiana.
I saw her last night on your show.
Yeah, Kiana.
Yes.
Okay, no one knows who
kick
Kiana is.
some serious...
Okay. We also have, let's see the next one, Anna Kournikova. That's the Russian tennis player.
It seems like every man is hot for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I know, I just think she's a good tennis player.
But I think...
I don't know if she's won...
she's young and attractive and athletic, and that really turns men on.
Yeah.
Why not? Like, why wouldn't it, you know? But they seem like extra salacious when they talk about her, like, oh, Anna Kournikova.
So you have Kournikova, you have Kiana. This also, I think, the third choice, I don't know, this is a tough one. This is a stretch. So, Aaron Spelling is not producing too much of it?
No, not too much, but he is around, and we're consulting him. But mostly, I think Leonard is sort of taking over the show.
Do they have the little box where the guy speaks, Charlie speaks?
Yes, we don't have it yet. I'm sure they have the original. But it's good we go to Leonard for like.
How can you start shooting it if you don't have it yet? No.
Well, we're not starting to shoot. It's weird because it got out in the press wire, and I think because it's Charlie's Angels, it seemed like, very, very newsworthy, and I thought that was exciting. But I like to do things and then talk about them, so I have work on my hands.
And are we going to watch the movie with the sound up? Because when we watched the show in the 70s, we always had the sound down. That was the big running joke.
Really? Just so you could watch the beautiful babies in their cars and kicking butt?
Farrah is great. You should put Farrah in the movie.
Yeah, I know. We've been talking a lot about like who would be so gracious as to be in the movie.
Have her play somebody's mom or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's...
You're not going to like that.
Hey, we'll take that out in post. We'll be right back with 5 questions with Drew Barrymore. Stay with us.
And now, tonight's Late Late Show trivia question. The most satisfying thing in life is A, happiness, B, love, C, health, or D, success. The answer when we return. And now the answer to tonight's Late Late Show trivia question. If you said A, happiness, you were correct. Here once again, Craig Kilborn.
Welcome back to Positive Reinforcement with Drew Barrymore.
I know, I was just about to be like, I agree with the happiness thing. God, I'm going to make you vomit.
No, that's okay. Now, the movie is #2 in the country, Never Been Kissed, and it deals with high school.
Yeah, it's an adult's perspective looking back into it, though. Because I grew up like really loving John Hughes movies and Fast Times at Ridgemont High because they were, I think high school is a good environment to explore those feelings that we all have because it's such a contained atmosphere, and it is in that time of your life where you're trying to figure out who you are and how you want to treat people, and you're probably getting pooed on left, right, and center. It's just hard, It's a really hard experience. And my character had such a terrible one that you meet her at 25 years old, and she's this very uptight, very nice adult, and she gets an assignment as a reporter to go back into high school and find out what kids are doing today, and she does not have the wisdom of once you come out of that experience. She's still very damaged from it, and it's really funny and it's sad at moments, but it's, you know, I think that in this world, one of our biggest, the mother of them all is self-consciousness. I think that's one of the hardest things we deal with.
And in high school is when it's...
In society, in high school, in your workplace, what you put on yourself. And so I love anything that sort of takes self-consciousness and like screams at it.
Now, high school for you was not, like a lot of us, was not the greatest experience. You know how they always would say high school is the best time of your life? I actually am having more fun now than I did when I was in high school.
Yeah, some people do. They really had a great experience.
But you were a little, you know, this is what I heard. You wanted to be a cheerleader and you didn't make the team.
Yeah, oh no, I didn't even like get to try out for the team. They were like, listen, dumpling, you're out of here. And I was like, I was like this crazy little like
you walked in for tryouts and did you get to do a cheer?
Well, no, I mean, they didn't want me anywhere near it, but one of the girls on the squad was really nice. There was about 5 of them, and she would let me stand on the end of them and practice with them. Of course, I didn't get to do it with them, but she let me practice, and then this one girl who was in the line who was just, oh, you know the words. I mean, she was just awful.
I think we've all heard those.
Yeah, exactly, and she just looked at me in front of everyone. She was like, you cannot do this. You are ridiculous. You're making us look bad. And I was like, oh my God, and I like went around the corner and I was like, oh my God, I'm so humiliated. This was so embarrassing. Not only do I feel like crap, but all those other girls must just think I'm so lame. But I was like, you know what, that's a good reminder that if I ever want to be rude in this world, I'm going to think of this moment and never be that way.
Drew, I have some great news for you. We have gotten together and we now present, to help everyone, to help Drew,
The Late Late Show presents Helping to Heal the High School Hurt. Tonight, Drew Barrymore.
Drew, you weren't a cheerleader in high school, but hope this heals the hurt. That's for you. That's for you, a cheerleader.
Did I get to keep this? So cool.
Oh my goodness. You're our cheerleader. We'll show them.
This is so great. I did not know this was going to happen.
This is what we
very
call
exciting.
a surprise. Look at her now.
All right! Yes! Thank you!
You're good. Now, wait a second. I just saw you do something like this. Are you telling me you've never cheered before? Did that just come naturally?
No, I've never cheered with the proper outfit. This is great.
It's all coming alive.
And it could be happy, healthy, hurty, whatever. I love the H.
This is great.
This is great. Thank you so much.
You seem very happy right now.
You know what? You wanted to heal me. I'm healed.
There's one other thing. My least favorite part of high school was taking the tests. They were always so frustrating. Today we're going to a special 5 questions. It's going to be subjects from high school. Here we go. 5 questions. Here we go. We always start with geography. Okay? Name a continent that ends with the letter A. A continent that ends with the...
Canada? Canada, a continent or a country?
But it's part
By the way, did I tell you I dropped out when I was 14? I did.
Okay, we can't accept that. It is part of North America.
China?
Boy, the judge was quick. Math. If E.T. phones home at $10 a minute and he talks for 12 minutes, how much does that call cost?
1,200?
Say it again?
1,200? 12,000?
Incorrect. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. But you have to look. You have to. Okay.
What was the answer?
$120.
Okay, good.
Okay. Now, category. That's okay.
All that matters is that if you don't know something, saying. Admit it so you can know the answer.
You're still feeling good, though. You're still feeling good, right?
I'm like, yeah.
All right. Category is history.
Thank you! I have skills in this world. This just isn't one of them.
History.
Yeah.
Which one of the following did not sign the Declaration of Independence? A. George Washington, B. John Hancock, or C. Ben Franklin?
George Washington?
I didn't hear you?
George Washington?
That is correct. Okay, did you do well in English?
I read a lot. I love reading.
What's the past tense of draw?
True.
I don't get this one. This is phys ed.
Okay.
Finally, can you touch your elbows behind your back?
No, but I bet Pamela Anderson's going to have an easier time
There
now.
we go. That is correct. Very good. That was perfect. 3 out of 5.
Thanks for the help.
The movie is...
Hey, by the way, I have the
yes.
same birthday as George Washington.
Oh, there's a fact right there.
Yeah.
See? That's interesting. You don't know what it is, do you?
February 26th. Can you imagine? No.
The movie's number 2.
I wish we had more questions. I want to, like, fail or succeed more.
We can do this in the break. We can still play.
Okay, good.
The whole audience, and we'll just, we'll do
Okay.
it. Okay. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.